know that when you are in a state of gratitude, there are 1200 chemical reactions happening in your body? Just the thought of that bowls me over. If nothing else, I can finish my talk in just 1 minute and say 1200 chemical reactions happening in your body right now while you're feeling grateful, making you feel better and better and better about yourself and the world. End of talk. End of sales pitch. That's enough for us to feel grateful. Having said that, gratitude does shift our perspective from a space of lack, from a space of want, from a very narrow-minded view of life to a more open-hearted, to a more large-hearted, to a more abundant perspective. From the time of evolution, we have been taught that pain is bad. Our brain always says pain is bad. Avoid pain. All our lives, if you see, it's all about pain avoidance. We are constantly looking at ways to avoid either physical pain or emotional pain. Why is that happening? I think over evolution, we have realized that pain is possible. Yani, it can pain. Cold can pain, hunger can pain, danger can pain. Everything that we've created around ourselves is to save ourselves from that pain. And when faced with a situation, our entire focus is what can I do in this situation to avoid pain? So we work our lives through pain avoidance rather than seeking positivity. This negative bias of the brain is very natural. It's something that we are biologically wired to do. When we were cavemen, we were either trying to save ourselves from animals, or we were trying to save ourselves from the cold. We are trying to protect ourselves. So that's how the brain developed. So it's that animal brain, that reptile brain that still kicks in whenever we are faced with a situation. First reaction is negative. That's how our brains are wired. But the good news is that we can also rewire it. If we have taken some centuries to wire our brain towards negativity, maybe some centuries, maybe some decades, maybe some years, in some cases, maybe some months, but the brain can be rewired for positivity. So, disappointments, failures, shame, guilt, embarrassment, that's what we are focusing on. Can we shift our focus? Can we look at what it is that we want more of in our life? Because whatever you put your attention on will grow. The brain is very incredible. Let's do one small exercise. Can you move your pinky for me? That was your brain. When you were a baby, you couldn't do this. But over a period of time, you learned this skill of being able to move just one finger individually. How did that happen? That happened with what we call neurons. Neurons are message pathways in your brain. So every skill that we learn, every habit that we learn is because a pathway in our brain is getting reinforced again and again and again. And when that pathway is getting reinforced, we are learning to do that thing more easily. And the reinforcer is a chemical called myelin. So myelin is what binds the neurons together when we are using that same pathway again and again. So there's a principle in science, it's called the Hebb's principle. The Hebb's principle says neurons that wire together, fire together. So instead of looking for negativity, can we look for positivity? Can we create neural pathways in our own brain that will allow us to be positive, that will allow us to shift towards the happier parts of our life so that we have more and more and more of that? I think just the way we can create happy pathways, we can also create sad pathways, like we do with worry, with fear. We keep thinking of something, we keep thinking of, this is something I do so often. I always tend to lapse into past. That one said this, that one said that. Last time I did this had happened. Or, the worries of the future will haunt me. What will happen to my children? How are we going to do? What is the effect of COVID on the mental health of all those people who are sitting inside their houses? So constantly there is some degree of worry that's going on in my head. And I know that I'm only reinforcing that negative neural pathway. Life can be tough. It is tough. But look and ask, what do I have to be grateful for today? What am I grateful for now? The answer is not always easy. Sometimes there is no answer to that. But the magic is in the looking. When you are looking, a different part of your brain is getting activated, a path that we seldom use. And that's where more pathways are being formed, more. So next time when you look at something, it'll naturally go towards that part of your brain rather than towards the negativity bias. So 2 questions that I ask myself. Question number 1 is, what am I grateful for today? What am I grateful for right now? And the other question that I ask myself is, how does that gratitude make me feel? Does it make me feel happy? Does it make me feel blissful? In most cases, to be honest, for me, the primary feeling is the feeling of relief. I feel so relieved that I'm being taken care of by the universe. I feel so happy. I feel so fulfilled that there is something, some power that is working up there to take care of me and mine. And that relief is its own prize in that sense. So the 2 questions are, what am I grateful for? And 2, how am I feeling? It is in the looking and in the experiencing of that feeling that the magic lies. The magic to rewiring your brain to be a happier brain. I'm not talking about what else gratitude does for us. There are lots of research papers on gratitude. There's research happening on how it is impacting our lives, how it is bringing us closer, how it is cleaning up the toxins in our system, how it is clearing up our relationships. And I'll be happy to share some of those research papers with you maybe after this talk is over. I'm not going there right now at all. I'm only talking about me and you and what we can do. And why do I want my brain to be a happy brain, to be a grateful brain? So how do we cultivate gratitude? I think 2 or 3 practices that I have found very useful. One, which is the most commonly spoken about, is a gratitude journal. Now, what is a gratitude journal? Take time off at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, and write down 3 things that or 5 things that you're very grateful about. Do this consistently, do this every day. It is difficult, not at first. First few days, you're in a flow, it goes very easily. It becomes difficult consistently after a period of a month or more. But the more you do it, the happier you will be. I gave this exercise in one of my classes about the gratitude journal. And I knew one of my students was going through a very bad phase in his life at that time. And he was almost upset that, why is she being so insensitive? She knows what I'm going through. Why is she asking me to, write a gratitude journal? And he finished the class and went and sat on the dining table and bitched about it to his family. And his little niece went to her room and came out in 10 minutes. She had stapled some pieces of paper together and drawn some hearts on it and given it to him. He says, okay, here, I'm giving you a gratitude journal. You can start in this right now. And it was like a light bulb in his head. He immediately saw that he had something to be grateful for right there. So it's in the looking, right? That's where the magic is. What can I be grateful for? There's so many things. And I'll take you through a small guided practice once I've finished giving you a little bit of a background. So practice number 1, write a gratitude journal. Practice number 2 is keep some visual reminders around you. I know people who keep post-its about what they are grateful for around their house. I know people who keep pictures about what they are grateful for around their house. I'll tell you what my grandmother used to do. In our house, we had a grandfather clock. And every hour the grandfather clock goes dong, dong, dong. And every time the grandfather clock went dong, she would just close her eyes for a second, pause whatever she was doing, and she would say, Shukar, Shukar. And now when I look back at it, it's so magical, yeah, to be able to use that dong, dong of the clock to pause whatever you are doing and say, Shukar, I'm so grateful. Just Shukar. That's all. So that's practice number 2. Visual reminders or auditory reminders. Keep an alarm. Put an alarm reminder in your phone. But remind yourself that you have so many things to be grateful for. Number 3, Find a gratitude partner. I do that with my husband. I do that with some of my friends. We remind each other. I have a group of friends where we send each other pictures of our flowers. If nothing else, we have those beautiful flowers that bloom in our balconies. Small balconies, but beautiful flowers blooming. And we are so grateful for those flowers in our balcony. And it's such a positive, vibrant group. So find a group or find a partner. So practice number 2 is find a partner. Practice number 3. Practice number 4 is find a group with which you can make a commitment. So all of us in this group will do a 21-day gratitude journal, that kind of a group. Have a group commitment. It helps. Sometimes, they say it's always more fun to do exercise with a buddy. It's always more fun to have a challenge. So give yourself that challenge in a group setting. And I think last but not the least, change your self-talk. That's the most important. It's so easy for us to go into the whole victim space, or to go into the whole martyr space, or to go into the whole so many bad things are happening around me space. And that's the self-talk that we are constantly doing. And change your self-talk. I'd like you to adopt the self-talk of my grandmother and say shukr, shukr. So these are the 5 practices. There's another perspective on gratitude. And that is what I call radical gratitude. If I ask you, are you grateful for the blessings in your life? You'll say, of course. But are you grateful for the challenges in your life? The difficulties? The pain? Are you grateful for all the crises? For what we call the dark night of the soul? Are you grateful for that? When I first asked myself that question some years ago, I said to myself, I'm so grateful for all that. Because all that has made me who I am today. All the pain that I go through in my life, all the crises that I go through, all the difficulties that I go through, it makes me more. It makes me more human. How would I ever experience this whole achy, breaky human heart unless I go through that pain? Rumi says, the wound is where the light enters your soul. And that's true. That's my experience of humanness, the pain that I go through. So I'm not for 1 minute, please don't get me wrong. Not for 1 minute am I saying that we should be grateful for what we are doing to the earth or for terrorism. Not for 1 moment am I taking away the pain that we are going through. This is not some kind of a spiritual bypass that I'm recommending, nor am I recommending a numbing of the pain. What I am saying is, can we feel our pain? And can we look back at the pain we've experienced before and what it has made us today? And can we be grateful for that experience? It's so easy to go to sleep. I mean, as a soul, so easy to fall into a sense of complacency. So easy to not accept pain, to reject pain. And I know that the last 8-9 months for me have been a lot of soul searching and a lot of saying thank you for what I'm going through right now, for all the difficulties that I'm going through right now. They've made me more. So can we also have gratitude for the challenges that we have in our life? And that is really a challenge. Can I say thank you for the troubles, the pains? Can I say thank you for becoming more? So that's another perspective on gratitude. Can I go into the practice? So can you please sit down comfortably? Allowing yourself to just be, closing your eyes and slowly bringing your focus to your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing into your belly as your breath goes in. Feel it going in beautiful and warm through your system, taking life-giving oxygen. And as you exhale, imagine all the toxins that you're holding in your body leaving. Now take a minute to scan your body to feel if there is any tightness anywhere. Use your breath to release that tightness, to release that tension. Now notice any worries, any fear, any anger, any irritation that you may have felt through the day or even before we began this session. Just breathe it out. With every breath that you take, you are relaxing more and more. If your mind wanders, it's okay. Just watch that thought and bring your attention back to your breath. Thai always says that the thoughts are like clouds, but you are the sky. Remember that. Now that we have brought our bodies, our emotions and our thoughts to a state of a little bit of ease, and we are feeling a little more spacious, let us begin this practice. First of all, if you are listening to this, whether live or in a recording, you already have so many things to be grateful for. The gift of life, the gift of your ears, the gift of technology, the gift of this beautiful support group of strong, vibrant women. Saying thank you, I want you to bring your focus on your body. Have you experienced a gift from your body lately? Have you enjoyed a beautiful sunrise or a sunset? Have you heard some beautiful birds chirping? Has your body fought off an infection? Perhaps your body has protected you from an infection. Maybe you've healed a bruise. Maybe you've gotten stronger. Maybe your body has learned to rest. Maybe your body has learned to keep working despite hardships. Maybe the body has rejuvenated you during your sleep, allowed you to feel the loving touch of another person. Notice what are the feelings that are coming into your mind as you feel these images going through as I speak. Perhaps you have some positive feelings about your body, or maybe a little bit of anger, frustration. It's okay. Let all your feelings be present and just notice them. Don't judge. Don't judge these feelings. And think of one thing that you truly appreciate your body for. What is it that you are truly grateful for? Let yourself feel the specialness of that gift and say to your body, I am so grateful for you. Thank you for this special gift. I appreciate it. I am grateful. Now, bring to your mind all the people that you're grateful for in your life: your partners, children, fur babies, pets, parents, relatives, friends, neighbors, colleagues, your support staff, all the people who touch your life. They give you so much love, they give you so much joy. Bring them all to your mind's eye. Sometimes they may even teach you a lesson, but thank God for that. Thank you for walking with me. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for holding me. Thank you for hugging me, even if it is virtually. Expressing my gratitude towards all these people in my life. They make me who I am because I am the love of many. And I'm so grateful for all this love. So grateful for all this love. Thank you. Thank you. Send them your love and your blessings and your appreciation. May you all be joyful. May your happiness increase. Now, bring to mind all the things that make our life so much easier than maybe our great-grandparents. We put on a switch, light appears. We open a tap, clean drinking water. We have a roof that keeps us dry. We enter a vehicle and it takes us where we want to go. We have machines to store food, make food. We have indoor plumbing. We have schools that teach us to read and write. And as women, I'm especially more grateful because I know that my great-grandmother probably did not even get to go to school. So I'm so grateful for all this in my life. And I'm so grateful. Thank you. Now take a moment to reflect on all the thousands of people who work hard every day so that your life is a little easier, so that your life is a little better. The farmer who grows your food, the courier boys, the delivery boys who bring food to your doorstep even during these difficult times, often at great personal risk. All those people who drive those vehicles, all the drivers, the loaders, the unloaders, all the servers, all the people who make this internet work, which allows us to do what we are doing right now during these times. And then all of those who continue to bring art and music and beauty into our lives. I'm so grateful to all these unnamed people who maybe I've never even met. I don't even know their names. I want to say thank you. I'm so grateful to all of you. Thank you. Now bring to mind something that you are grateful for today, right now. Something that happened, someone you met. Feel the appreciation and gratitude for that in your life. And for a minute, allow yourself to rest in that experience of gratitude. Gratitude for our mind, gratitude for our body, gratitude for the simple fact of being alive in this moment, gratitude for being able to connect the way we are connecting right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Finally, gratitude for yourself. Gratitude that you have brought yourself to this place here right now and taken this time out for yourself to experience this practice of gratitude. There is so much to be grateful for in the moment now. There is so many people to be grateful for. To all the people, to all that is around you and a part of you. For all that you've experienced in your life, for all of this, thank you. And as you breathe in and breathe out, feel that sense of gratitude flowing through you, through your entire body, through your soul, through you. Feel a deep sense of contentment and peace and wholeness in this beautiful feeling of gratitude. My favorite poet Hafiz says, "Follow my tracks in the sand that lead beyond thought and space. For I can see deep down that you are really a golden bird that needs to dance. With your spirit enraptured, ascending on the currents of light. Join me with your hands, your wings, hooves or fins, in my sublime applause. Join me in the pure atmosphere of gratitude for life." With these beautiful words, I will close this practice. Please bring your focus back to your breath. And whenever you're ready, please open your eyes. Thank you for practicing this with me.